talk about being nervous. Um, my sister lost her life back in March. 8 months before that, she tried to leave him as well.
Vanessa, a little closer.
No. Okay. So 8 months before she lost her life, she tried to leave him. So hard. Okay. We gave her all the support we could give. We were there for her every step of the way. The problem is that abusers are so good at manipulation. He basically told her, fine, I'll give you what you want, but you have to give me 30 days to show that I can change. Well, we all know that doesn't happen. Not like that. Well, about a month later, she wrote him a letter. And she kept a copy of it. We found it in her car after he took her life. I want to read that to you. So I'm going to be her voice tonight. It's a little long, but there's things in here some of you are going to recognize. Whether it's things that were said to you or to a friend or actions that you've noticed, don't ignore them, just as Ash said. You can make that difference. So she wrote this letter August 21st of 2018 to Sean Aldridge. For the last 5 years or so, I have not been happy. We have had happy moments, but most of it was at first. It would cause a lot of fights. I didn't hold my tongue as I do now and have for a while, which is probably why you never thought it would come to this. The problem that I have told you throughout the entire relationship what you're doing to hurt me. And you act right, kinda, for a few days. Then you go right back to the same Sean. I have always known that you have a love for me, but always wondered, can he really love me if he treats me that way? You have always denied ever treating me bad and not saying nice things to me. You blew it off and said you were joking. Through the birthdays, holidays, and our anniversaries, you never once took the time just to plan something on your own. The only time is when we planned our camping trip. You are always so consumed with yourself that you never took the time for me. I have never felt built up by you and always torn down. You have lied so many times to me that now I can't believe a word you say. That is why I can't believe you when you tell me you're a changed person. You cannot take away the knowledge of untrustworthiness. Just because you say you're going to do everything right, when you have proven time and time again that you're going to lie and hurt me for your twisted pleasure. The hardest pill to swallow is in all of the text messages you sent over this past week, because everything you have said is all the things you should have been doing all along, which means you purposely did not do any of it because you were so worried about yourself. You also say you did not see this coming. I know you know that's not true, or you wouldn't always make comments about me leaving you. When I talked to your Uncle Bubba, he told me you have told Amos you thought I was going to leave you, but still didn't do anything about it. You always make comments about how I'm going to leave you for this person or that person because of good qualities they have that you know I liked, but still you didn't change. When I asked what I can do to make you happy and your response is, leave me alone and let me be me, what does that tell me? It was when you said this that I realized my hope of you molding into the man I needed was gone. So when you tell me you have changed in 1 week, I can't believe that. Like you have said before, you have been the way you are your entire life, and you can't change that. When really, what you meant is that you won't. Only now that you have lost me are you willing to try. My heart is so far gone that I don't know if I could ever love you again. You have pushed me away for so long, made me feel used and betrayed. I have given you all of me and have done everything in my power to make this work. I have spent too many years in the trenches because of you. The reason I always sit there and don't talk when I do, because no matter what I'm talking about, you either cut me off or scrutinize everything I say, making what I have to say about you or insinuating accusations. My biggest thought is you finding yourself and you getting healthy by yourself. You doing and saying all the things you know I want. Now it's time for us to both find our own ways in life. If you truly want me to be happy, you will let me go. I don't want any hostility between us. Maybe one day we can be friends again. If you can't turn your life around without me, I will never believe it to be true. Right now, I need my space, and deep down, you do too. I would like to call and check on you in a few months and hear how well you're doing. Once the divorce is final, I want no contact for a while. I don't hate you. I'm no longer in love with you because of how I was treated. I have not talked badly about you to everyone as you may think. You know me and the type of person I am. I would never intentionally hurt you or anyone. What is happening right now is for my well-being. God and time will mend our broken hearts. Please understand what I am telling you, because out of all of these years of mental abuse from you, it has taken all the trust away. I've done all I can over the last almost 6 years for you. Now it is time for me to fix me with God on top. Now, after she wrote this letter, he manipulated her and controlled her and got back into her life, into her house. He was good for a little while, longer than we expected, actually. A lot longer. Unfortunately, we could all see everything going downhill, just as it was before. He had no intentions of truly changing who he was. Well, a few days before the murder of my sister, he started again out of jealousy and rage because she went to my daughter, her niece's concert at a church. She had to leave her phone in the car because he would not stop accusing her of being with other men or women. It didn't matter. He accused her of anything and everything. Later that evening, she sends me a text message needing me to send pictures to prove that she was at church with me. Well, that evening, he was drinking and he was out of control. He showed his true colors on Facebook for our entire family to see. How he actually talks to her, how he actually talks about our family. There was no coming back from that. That Friday, she kicked him out. They actually had a very peaceful conversation and he left unbelievably nice. She was at such peace. Nobody ever could have imagined what happened would have happened. That Monday, I just had a strange feeling that I needed to call her, and I did. My uncle was following her to change the locks. I was on the phone with her. When she came home, he was there. I heard it all. He heard it all. Listen to me. This is not something you want to go through. This is not something you want your family, your friends, or anybody to go through. Not as a victim, not as the friend or family member of the victim. Do something about it. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your loved ones. Stand up for the strangers. Don't be that person that sees a woman or a child or a man being abused on the side of the street, whether it's vocally or physically, and just walk by because you don't think you have the strength or it's not your business, because it is. So do something about it. And if we do it together, we can make a difference. We can all be warriors together. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ash, for putting this on. I really appreciate it. You have no idea, words cannot express.
Thank you very much. And together, she's right. We are.